Hello there, my name is Nate Jackson, the Eclipser. Welcome everyone to part 2 of our review of Eclipse Series number 3, Late Ozu. Part 2, Movie 2, Tokyo Twilight. Tokyo Boshoku. Let's see, 1957 was it? 1957, 140 minutes, black and white Japanese, 1:33, 1 aspect ratio. Yeah, probably. I actually don't know because, again, the case cut out all the information and just pasted all the descriptions one by one there, so you know what are you gonna do. But anyway, Tokyo Twilight. Here's the disc. There's the disc. Tokyo Twilight. This is probably Ozu's darkest film. Probably his bleakest, saddest film, without a doubt. There's no joy in this one, and I don't know how to feel about that because Ozu's always had a sliver of like joy or like wistfulness or just kind of cheeriness in his movies. There's like nothing in Tokyo Twilight. It's all dark. It's all sad. It's all bad. Well, it's not a bad movie. It's not bad as in a bad movie, but it's just like nothing really good comes from anything in this movie. And I don't know how to feel about that. So I'll tell you what I do know. I'll tell you this. If you've ever wanted to see a movie where Setsuko Hara is not smiling for about 95% of the movie, this is the one you want. Yes, the favorite from Late Spring and Tokyo Story. And she isn't playing a character named Noriko either. How awesome is that? What a freaking concept. Anyway, but she is in this movie. She plays a character called Takako, and she's the older sister of the younger Akiko, and they live together with they live with their father, Shukichi, and Akiko has a boyfriend who like they kind of have like kind of an abusive relationship or something like that, and I think actually it's Takako who has the abusive relationship. One of them does. I can't remember who, but yeah. So they're both in relationships where things aren't working out quite right. And Shukichi I guess lost his wife a long time ago. So they lost their mother a long time ago. They don't know where she is. Kiko is pregnant. Finds out she's pregnant, and yeah, that causes trouble between her and her boyfriend because the boyfriend isn't even sure if it's his or not. And that really upsets Akiko, because obviously, he thinks that she's fooling around, and she's really upset by that. So, anyway, at one point, Akiko goes to this mahjong parlor, and because I guess she's looking for him, and he's always floating around there. She runs into this woman, Kisako, who apparently seems to know a lot about the family. And so she tells Takako about this, and Takako puts it together that this is their long-lost mother. And so Takako goes to meet with her, and he tells the truth, and Akiko has really mixed feelings about this. She ends up having an abortion, and because she doesn't feel like she wants to be a mother, and because of everything because of the fact that their mother wasn't in their life, she feels like she couldn't be a mother herself, and yeah, that causes a lot. And then when her boyfriend finds out, he's really upset. I think he wanted her to keep it. I kind of missed that part a bit, but anyway, so toward the end of the movie. The main climax of the movie is when Akiko, upset by the fight she had with Kenji, runs out and is hit by a train. Takako and Shukichi go to the hospital and see her, and she is very, very weak, and she wants to, she says she just wants to start all over again, and they tell her, oh, you're gonna live, you're gonna get through this, and in typical Ozu fashion, she dies off camera, and we only find out that she dies when Takako goes to Kisako and tells her that her daughter's dead. This is, I guess, a sort of a technique that he used where like a major event would happen that we don't get to see, and we only learn about it through through another character. So Akiko's dead. Kisako is hurt by this and realizes that she has to go away, and so she decides to move off, and Takako is torn between seeing her off and not seeing her off. And Takako, being upset with all the pain that she apparently put Kiko through, decides to stay home as Kisako goes off. At the same time, Takako also goes back to her husband to try and reconcile their relationship. And that's basically it. So that's basically it. Because the other thing is, the other thing that I forgot is that Takako has a daughter of her own, and she's raising her. And that's actually one of the more tragic scenes is when Akiko comes home after the abortion and sees her niece, walking around and smiling, and she just breaks down and cries, and yeah. So anyway, this is a cheerful lot. This is definitely one of the saddest movies ever. I mean, definitely probably the saddest movie Ozu ever did. Because again, you think about movies like Good Morning, even Tokyo Story, which is a sad movie, has some bright moments. Setsuko Hara smiling in the whole damn thing almost, Or Late Autumn, or Late Spring, not Late Autumn. We haven't gotten that one yet. So, yeah, this is it's a little strange. And again, I don't know how to feel about this one because, I guess I'm just used to it, and it still feels like an Ozu film because of the camera angles and the talking head style kind of filmography, and so it feels like an Ozu film, but it doesn't feel like an Ozu film. It looks like an Ozu film, but it doesn't feel exactly like him. Even with Setsuko Hara, because she ain't smiling through the whole thing, that just kind of makes it a little uneasy too. So anyway, that being said, I'm going to give this one an A-. It's not his strongest because of the fact that it just doesn't feel like his other movies. Again, his other movies are very dramatic, but they, again, have some kind of wistfulness or maybe a happy ending in some form. Tokyo Twilight doesn't really have a happy ending because Akiko dies. Yes, Takako goes back to her husband to try and make things right, but it isn't until after she is spurred on by her sister's death and her mother's leaving the town, So, yeah, it feels kind of weird. So that reason, Tokyo Twilight, A-. It's a good movie, but it's sad, and that's not something that I expect from Ozu. Just kind of caught me off guard, but still, good movie. And that's all I got to say. So, yeah, trying to end on a positive note. But hey, you still got Good Morning and all those early comedies like I Was Born But or I Flunked But. All those. There's still some joy, in Mr. Ozu's life, just not in this one. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Equinox Flower. And until then, goodbye.